this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, hello. New headphones. Wow. All right.
It's like Christmas morning in here, isn't it? New headphones.
Well, I've been doing radio since I was 18 years old, and I've never gotten used to brand new headphones. Every pair of headphones sounds different. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I think there's it's like the fingerprint. You're never going to get two exactly put together exactly the same. And
right.
There's always going to be some little, and depending on how sensitive the ears are,
right,
it's going to sound a little different.
They all sound just slightly different, even though they're the same brand. We use Sony's.
You know what, though? You leave them on for a few minutes, and everything just gets back to normal.
Yeah, I'll deal with it, whatever.
These are all new?
No, mine
look new. I thought mine looked new. Do yours look new, Jimmy?
No, they say Jim, and then they say ENG under them. What does that mean?
Engineering?
Right.
What?
The engineering. Does that mean this was the engineer's headphones and they gave them to me?
Man.
Oh, boy. You want Mars in here?
I want to know what that means.
Let's solve the mystery of the ENG on Jimmy's headphones.
Yeah, I want to know if that means that they gave me the engineer's headphones.
Wait, these new headphones are allowing me to get some of the bass out of my voice. I feel more bassy. Yeah. Mars, what's going on with ENG on Jim Norton's headphones?
Good morning, boys. How you guys?
Hi, Mars.
We don't need all that shit. What's the ENG?
ENG is for engineering. It just came from the engineering department. It's brand new. Okay. We thought we were going to keep them, but you needed a pair.
Thank you.
We already inscribed engineering on them. Okay. So we put your name on them.
Are mine new?
Yours are new.
So everyone's headphones are new.
Yours are about 2 months old.
Where were they?
What do you mean, where were they?
Where were
In
they?
the box.
Wait.
So why does Anthony get headphones from a brand new box and Jimmy has to get headphones that have
brand
ENG?
new as well. When we opened up the box, we thought...
How about you get another brand new set?
Mars, I don't get something. These are new today?
No,
2
not
months
today.
ago.
2 months ago they were
So
new.
2 months ago, these were new, but I've been using them for 2 months?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But
I thought maybe they were 2 months in
long have you
engineering
been
sitting
using
there.
No.
Yours been for a while.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
But they
enough.
were brand new when they
I
were...
know. That's good. I believe you.
You want a brand
I
new
don't.
pair out of the box without ENG on it?
I don't mind the ENG as long as I know that it's...
He kind of minds. He brought it up.
I wanted to make sure I wasn't using somebody else's old greasy headphones, but if that's why they did it, I like gymming.
Yeah, gymming.
It sounds like what we're going to do. We're going to go gymming today.
Who else uses these headphones? Anybody?
No, not at all.
Nice. I like it that way.
All three headphones
I don't
are
need
not-
fucking lice.
Yeah, no one else uses your headphones.
All right.
So you guys don't have to go to different radio stations. I go into other places, and it's like you got to use the old raggedy guest pair, and it's like because of what we do, I know what bums have used this fucking.
The pads are all ripped off.
Dude, they're terrible.
Horrible.
Oh.
Terrible.
Anyway,
Those Rathacon earbuds. Fucking check out. They put creatures in our bodies.
hey, make sure you wish Kevin Smith a very happy birthday today. I just noticed.
Happy birthday.
What is it? That Kevin Smith on Twitter? Let's push a big birthday tidal wave toward Kevin Smith today from the Opie and Anthony family. Family. We're. It's weird how many people have gotten married because of this radio show.
Ew.
I meant to bring that up a while ago. You see it, man. People are like, yeah, because of your show, I married a fellow fan.
My marriage was destroyed because of this show.
I'm sure a few have been destroyed because of the show, too. Because of your show, my cats are named Opie and Anthony. I got a turtle, and I named it Jim Norton because of you guys.
Turtle named Jim Norton.
Oh, sorry, Jim.
No, that's
That'd be
actually
hilarious.
That's a very appropriate name for a turtle.
That'd be funny.
It's a turtle with erection difficulties named Jim Norton.
I bought a baby elephant, and I named it E-Rock after the radio show.
Thing.
Well, I think synchronized diving is a gay sport. I just have to say it. And
gay sport.
And I apologize to the gays. I don't mean anything by it. I'm not closed-minded. But it has to be said.
There are certain
It
things
has to be said.
in this world that are predominantly gay. Like
Right.
gay people do it predominantly. Not all. There's exceptions. But if you look at things like
We're talking about
people in the decorative field,
right.
You're gonna get gay
Chances are you
fashion.
Chances are you're gonna run across a gay before a
Gay
straight.
guy in the fashion industry, men in fashion,
Right.
predominantly gay men
Right.
go into fashion, and now you're saying that perhaps
I think
synchronized diving we don't know it yet, but is this same type of gay atmosphere?
We're living in a more, I should say a more, because we'll get to the Chick-fil-A shit later. A more open world.
Yeah.
But I think this synchronized diving was a secret for a long fucking time, where it's like, yeah, this is a gay sport, but we can't tell the world it's a gay sport, because then they're not going to watch the Olympics.
Right. Well,
this is
tiny little guys.
Is this the interview? Okay, listen to this. Interview. Huh? Yeah, go backwards. So
it's an interview. Are they Americans?
Yeah,
It's them. Yeah.
The Americans. Pause that. The Americans won the bronze last night in synchronized diving. Okay, and then they were interviewed.
USA.
And this might be very stereotypical,
right?
But I think a lot of people will just understand out there.
Let's just keep an open mind and listen.
Okay, hit it.
Olympian, a male in your sport by the name of Greg Louganis. What does it mean to you to be going back to the Olympics for a fourth time?
Well, it's an amazing feat, and it's a great feeling, but our job isn't done. We set out for a goal, and this is just one of the steps that it's taken us to get to our goal. So we have a lot of training to do, and we have, London awaiting.
Christian, for you, you're still very young, but you've spent a lot of years already working towards this dream. Take me inside your heart right now and describe to me what this means to you.
Well, my heart is beating very fast. Before, I felt really calm and collected throughout this entire meet, but not today. Today was tough. It was like a struggle for me to kind of get my heart rate down and try to stay calm, because I kept thinking ahead. Even when I was doing my hurdle on the last dive, I was like, I think this is going to happen. I think this is going to happen. And I had to keep kind of bringing it back into the present.
And some of those nerves kind of got ahead of you on the fifth
by the way he
round.
smiled.
Yeah, they did.
Huh?
You like when he smiled, you just know that he smiles gay. It's like,
But if you say that, people go, "Oh, that's crazy." What do you mean they smile gay?
He has the gay face.
Yeah. You know what? The guy was brilliant. The guy was fucking brilliant.
He wound up being right about everything.
Right.
Sometimes you can just judge a book by its cover, and it's okay.
There is a gay smile, right?
Well, you can sometimes just tell.
We're so bad.
But with people, you can just tell. Not always, but more times than not, you judge the book accurately because we have intuition and we have judgment skills.
Why is that bad to have?
As long as you don't make a shitty, like...
And you know what? They might not be.
Yeah,
and that has to be said, too.
Yeah.
And if they are, I don't give a fuck. My point is, I think it's a gay sport. I really do.
The second you just start treating someone poorly because of that, then there's a problem.
Right.
But you could point it out.
Certainly.
You could be like, wow, there is sort of a mannerism or look or something that says that this person is this or that or the other thing.
Yes.
And there's no exception to...
He's got the gay face.
You know,
Can you find that?
The gay face.
What?
You know, the gay face.
And that was years ago when you just didn't openly talk about any gay issues.
Oh.
But he came up with the gay face.
The gay face.
That was Spaz, who...
Yeah.
You should look up some of his stuff. It's out there.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. But anyway.
Yeah, it seems like the sport, perhaps a lot of gay men go into it.
They got tiny...
Greg Louganis.
Well, that's regular diving.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about regular diving.
Yeah?
But synchronized diving, I'm really suspicious, because like you brought up yesterday, then they jump in the little jacuzzi together.
Pat each other's asses. They get real close and whisper to each other about, what they're doing. And it's just...
and a man uses a real towel. Well, a man could be... I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. See what you did
but the tiny towels...
The little tiny towel.
I guess what I'm trying to say, it's all about just showing off, which it seems like, gay men might... What am I doing?
Dude, there's nothing...
Gay men seem to show off their bodies a little more. And they're using a little washcloths
to be proud of,
to dab off the water. Oh boy!
Yeah, swimmers build though. That's the thing in the gay community. There's nothing like that. That's the definition of a perfect body. A swimmer's build.
Swimmers build.
They call it that way because these guys are sure in shape.
Yes.
And I'm starting to think the swimming is a deaf sport. Because a lot of these swimmers, they talk weird after they're done. Unless they have a lot of water in their ears.
in their ears. in their ears.
You got to find when they won the bronze medal, because they're very excited. So.
Good luck finding anything from NBC.
Yeah.
Boy, they are keeping
they're just
that
idiots.
shit off.
They're just idiots.
Are they keeping it offline?
Yeah, they're
trying.
What fucking dummies.
They're idiots.
Right?
They're idiots.
They're fighting it to be territorial.
They're fighting, trying to like hold back the results and all this stuff
because
They're
they
just
want,
stupid.
they want people to watch their rebroadcast of all this stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So now you got to be creative with that because we live in an age where you can't hold back information anymore.
Information.
Maybe for the very older demos, I guess.
Yeah,
but they're not on the computer anyway, so who gives a fuck?
Still watching tube televisions.
Right, they're waiting for the Olympic coverage.
Yeah, the Olympics are on. Let's all gather around and watch our program.
It's supposed to be a men's sport, but girls just want to have fun was playing in the background. Really?
It was.
Wait a minute, come on. If you can find that. Matt in Jersey, that's just Matt.
That's the one we just watched.
Oh, I wasn't listening to the music in the background. Okay, Matt, I got all right, thank you. Oh, I didn't hear the girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not hearing that at football games.
No, probably not. Yeah, I didn't watch much of the Olympics yesterday.
It's the
I
same
started
shit.
getting I was watching going this is the same thing. I care. They're doing the backstroke. Ooh.
I think if the Olympic Committee is listening, and they certainly aren't,
no,
they should move around the events. Why shove gymnastics and synchronized diving at us 4 nights in a row, and then finally get to some track and field? How about some variety?
Yeah,
I think they don't. I think they want to save on money because a lot of these athletes go home when their event is done, and then come back because they have another week.
Jesus,
for the closing ceremonies. But how cool would it be if every night it's a completely different sport? What have we seen? Beach volleyball, synchronized diving, and swimming events, basically.
Swimming, and then the gymnastics.
And gymnastics. And then all that's going to go away, I guess, by tomorrow or Saturday.
And then what?
Then we shove into the whole track and field thing.
Yeah.
And then that'll get boring because it'll feel like the same thing night after night.
The javelin. When we see the javelin throw, oh, Jesus. Look at them in their little jacuzzi.
With their tiny bathing suits.
He's squatting underwater.
They all have their ass crack showing after their dives.
Pubes.
Whatever.
It's all to make them more aerodynamic, right?
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know why.
And has anyone figured out the shit that's on their bodies?
Wow, that was pretty good.
Is that covering up tattoos?
Oh, those some of them are weird shaped and they go around like their thigh.
Oh, the weird shaped ones. I guess that's a new technology for muscles and stuff.
Yeah,
where you put the muscle in a certain position.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I don't get I don't get it. I mean, maybe someone could call up and explain.
What do you mean? Where's the
when
wire?
you see that weird tape that's very strange design, like off their shoulder or something? Supposedly that's to kind of put the muscle in such a way. It's probably like the breathe right strip.
Oh.
The same
right.
type of thing. Where they're trying to keep the muscle in a certain way.
Is it for an injury or is it?
I think so. You could use that muscle to the ultimate.
Wow.
I don't know.
Who figured that out?
I know, right?
I don't know. It's sports medicine shit, I think. But I'm talking about these like almost fleshy colored, almost like a light orangey thing that you'll see on the divers' bodies.
Oh, I didn't notice.
They don't allow tattoos maybe in the Olympics, and they're covering that shit up.
I've seen some chicks with some Olympic tats.
Oh, you have?
Olympic rings.
So someone explain that because I looked it up online. They don't explain it.
Muscle stability? What? Oh, okay.
Muscle stability is the black
Yeah.
tape-ish stuff, whatever.
Oh, they're frolicking. Boy, the way they frolic and laughing together and their tiny little undies.
You think it's possible that a sport in the Olympics, more gays would go toward that type of sport, or is that crazy to even say? Because I don't know the answer.
Well, my theory would be these synchronized divers have to spend a fuckload of time with each other.
Right.
They just have to.
Right.
To get this all straight. And it's in an atmosphere of very scantily cladness in the water, you know. And perhaps some people would like to do that more than others. Well, that was a good one right there.
How do you know?
I don't know, because they look exactly like mirror images of each other going.
I hear
off
it's all
the
about
diving
the
board.
splash, though.
It is all about the
The
splash.
splash has to be good, right?
Yeah, they could be a little off on the way down. They will get a deduction, but it's that splash, that all-important splash. It's got to be at the same time, same angle of entry into the water,
And the Chinese
they don't want a big splash.
Chinese kick ass at that sport.
When the diver just goes like vroom into the water like that and barely any splash, that's pretty goddamn good.
Well, I think that's because they have small genitals.
Yeah, it's not that big cock hanging out, smacking on the water.
If you have a big bulge, it's going to leave some kind of splash when you hit the water.
Yes.
Chinese, they've been known, some would say.
Or stereotypes.
Some would say.
Some would say.
And I think thus then.
Not the
thus then.
Not the stereotypical big dick people.
Right. Thus then, there's less of a splash, I'm thinking, because there's less shit that's got to hit the water.
Hugs, half-naked hugs.
How much fun is that if you're gay, though, just to be wearing those shorts and hugging another man in those shorts?
Oh, my God, right?
I would demand a big towel. I don't get the tiny towels
They
either.
love the tiny towel.
I would demand a cover-up towel.
Smacking each other on the butt with it.
Do you think they like to just dry and keep showing as much area as necessary?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting at. And then they have these weird showers where they have to lean all the way back. You see that move yet?
Oh.
You haven't seen that?
No.
There's a wall of showers, I guess, right there, so they shower in front of
Really?
everybody.
They're showering. What's that move that the swimmers do when they get on their knees in front of the pool and just start splashing themselves in the face and all over their body? They're just like...
I guess they're trying to get used to the water, but
Yeah,
that's the worst way to get used to the water.
And it's like a big splashy thing they do.
I'm becoming a
Kinda weird.
fan of just jumping in now, finally.
Just jump in.
Instead of the slowly change your body temperature crap, where the water goes up close to your nipples. And you're like, oh.
Breaks surface tension going in.
What?
What's that mean?
What? I don't know. Some limey's telling me this.
Breaks surface tension from splashing
Breaks
water?
surface tension going in?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
That seems a little...
Wait, if your body's wet and when you hit the water, it's better?
Yeah.
I guess.
I would guess there's
well,
probably...
it's a sport where, a 100th of a second
something that's
means
been
a
said.
shitload, so...
But why not just get wet for, like, why not just shower first?
I think some of the guys just jump in quick, too, right? And then pop back out? I think I've seen that
Do
move.
they? Yeah?
I think
You're
I've
allowed
seen
to do
that move. Yeah.
Huh. I mean, really, how much can you get off of that? But maybe those bubbles that form on you when you're dry and you go in the pool, maybe that cuts
they're
down
talking
your speed.
like a 100th of a second. Could be
Yeah.
everything. So, what a weird sport that matters, right?
And then fucking, what's her name, Franklin there? Her dumb little hat came off halfway through, and she still won the goddamn...
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, why wear the fucking dumb little torpedo hat?
Wouldn't you just shave your head?
They
commit
used
to your
to do
sport.
that. They swimmers and divers and stuff used to shave their head, but I guess they want to look good.
They want to look good for the Wheaties box?
Yeah, and they figured if you just wear those dumb little fucking...
Use the tape
hats.
so it prevents you from injury again. Yeah, but I don't get how tape on the outside of your body prevents that muscle from pulling.
Probably is like a breathe right. Like it pulls the muscle over to one side. Like
So
you
it can't really
do it
tear?
on one side and then you pull it and it like...
Yeah. But it looks like it's on there kind of willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's like battened down to anything.
Stays on in the water, too. That's got to fucking hurt coming off.
Oh, I saw the girls weightlifting. Holy fuck. Now, what sport is that?
Lesbian?
I'm just asking.
Could be.
Did you see the hairy armpit girl?
Ew.
And everyone was tweeting Jimmy would love her. Can you find that picture?
Hairy armpit girl?
Yeah, maybe I had. It might take a while for me to find it. But
Yeesh.
she had full hairy armpits, and she had the weight up in the air. Military press, it looked like, or something like that.
Wow, huh?
And she was showing her hairy armpits.
Oh, boy.
If someone has that quickly, just tweet it to me, Opie Radio, please.
And that will not be the most disgusting thing in the Olympics.
What will be?
The controversy that NBC aired a nip slip during the fucking...
Water polo?
Water polo, and it was that disastrous fat
It was.
thing.
Yeah, someone tweeted me that picture, too.
Oh, my
that's her,
God,
yes.
what a mess.
Shirt on.
Oh, yes.
Oh, she has a shirt on there?
Oh, my God, that's not a woman.
Well, that's
Not a
why I'm
woman.
asking who goes into that sport.
What is that?
I think certain people go into these type
Certain sports.
certain sports is all I'm
gravitate.
saying.
Yeah.
That's all. Nothing wrong with it. It's all right.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Let me say hi to Eric in Jersey. Eric.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
You know, that's so funny that you would start talking about the weightlifting because it's so contrast to the guys synchronized swim. Those girls are juiced. Did you watch that yesterday?
Well, first of all, it's not
so
fun.
many pimples in hair.
What?
Sorry about that.
No, you go.
No, I said
Over.
they had so many pimples on their face and hair. You know they're juicing.
Yeah.
But I guess they check for all that shit, no? Maybe
Yeah.
some sports
Yes,
they don't
they
check
do.
as much.
No, they check.
Well,
They have to.
my question is, do they check all year long, or do they just start checking like a month before the games start?
Here's what I've heard. Oh, wow, the Olympic tax thing. Could you find that, too?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You heard about that? I heard if you win a medal, they check you almost immediately to see what's in your system.
Right, but before the games start, let's say a month before, are they checking all year long, or do they stop like a month before the Olympics start?
Oh, so you can maybe clean out your system a little bit?
I bet they check you.
I would assume they're checking here and there.
I bet they check.
Especially leading up to the Olympics. They kind of know who's got a chance to make the Olympic team, so maybe they got
Yeah, they don't want you fucking screwing up the whole program.
I say
they didn't check.
I say we have a juiced Olympics. How great would that be?
Oh, man, just watch these superheroes. That would be amazing.
Because, I'm all for that. Because I don't know these people. I don't give a fuck what happens to them.
Oh,
if it makes watching the sport cooler, I'm all in.
That would be wild to watch.
It's not even a bit. I'm being honest.
Fucking
How great would that be?
javelin gets tossed into the crowd.
Right.
Fucking goes over the entire field and just impales somebody.
Right. People are actually calling about the medical tape like we do care.
Oh, stop it already.
I think we have enough knowledge, right?
We got it close enough.
Yeah. You can't find the hairy armpit lady?
What's her name? Do we know?
Hairy armpit, McGillicuddy.
It's hard to pronounce. Why?
Her name.
Well, then why don't you just look her up by the name?
Is she from a faraway land?
Yeah, she's definitely from a faraway land.
Faraway land.
But hairy armpits don't just turn me on if the girl's not sexy. I don't just like pits.
I know, but everyone likes to break shit down on this show.
I want Big Clitty Bush. That's who my favorite is. I love her.
You give up a little info. Next thing you know, you were molested as a child. You suck dick. You fucking, like fucking.
Or all of the above.
or all of the above. There you go. That's how that ends.
Yeah, that
I don't have a picture of it right now.
That woman from the water polo.
Oh,
wow.
With the nip slip. I'm sorry. Yes,
her nip slipped, and they show her underwater because I guess she's having a brawl underwater with another person from another team.
They get some shit done underwater.
Yeah,
huh?
they just pound. Oh my god!
There you go. That's the picture that was tweeted to me last night. Thank you.
She looks like the sniper from Full Metal Jacket. Oh my god!
She's awful. She's horribly unattractive. Wow.
That's scary.
Oh god.
Where's she from? Ugh.
That's scary. She's,
I don't know.
I would guess, who?
Looks like Bunny's going to cave her son's face in with a gun, though.
When you're trying to guess where someone's from, you could always start with Mexican, and then you kind of work from there.
She looks Asian.
She looks Asian.
I'm going to go Mexican with a little Asian
I
there.
think Southeast Asia.
So what country is Mexican with a little Asian in there? Indonesia?
Yeah.
Like where?
Could be Indonesian.
Where's she from there, Sam Roberts?
Apparently she's an Asian Australian.
What?
Whoa.
Is that possible?
Asian Australian.
2 continents.
Don't like shaving my armpits.
Yeah. I'll leave some hair under the armpits for you. Is that a good accent?
That's good. I like it to look like a couple of wallabies under me arms. She's disgusting.
Oh, boy, do I want to say what her favorite instrument is. But I won't. I won't say.
Of course not.
Say it's a
That's a good one, though.
Yeah.
Very good.
I don't want to get fired.
So.
But I don't like hairy armpits on a chick like that. I like it on a sexy, feminine-looking girl because it's dirty. That looks too masculine, and it does not turn me on.
That was very
at
manly.
all.
Armpit hair is rough.
Yeah, it can be.
It really is rough.
It can be.
And leg hair is really rough.
It's terrible. Leg hair should be killed for leg hair.
That's rough. The feminists will fucking kill you for saying that, though. They get pissed.
An occasional, if a chick forgets to shave and gets a little stubbly, it's kind of fun to just play with.
No, it's not.
If you're hanging out on the couch watching TV and you just go...
What, on a hairy leg?
Yeah, not hairy leg, but they just
need a little
shave a
maintenance.
little, and it was a little stubbly, and you kind of just run your hand over it, and it's like cool. It's kind of like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll tell him. As I rub it, I'll go, oh, what's this, pig?
Just got some new razors. Why don't you take care of that?
No, you know what a chick hates? How you tell her her legs? Whenever, my ex would forget to shave her legs, I would just touch it. I'd go, ow! And she would go, I know, asshole.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, just feign injury.
Yeah, if they're in between maintenance, whatever.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But
Well, that's the clip of the nip slip.
Oh, it's actual
All
clip?
right, Sam, why don't we go full screen with it after you started, and let's take a look. Let's see this.
Oh, Mediaite. Are they going to get in trouble for having an Olympic clip on their site?
This is how it went out.
Getting in trouble?
Lab over the air.
Okay.
Underwater.
Was very good. You see a lot of suit grabbing going on.
Wow. Oh, my God. These guys are beasts.
Bruiser. That's nothing.
Where was this?
And people made like a fuss over it.
That was very good. You see a lot of suit.
You see a lot of tears.
What a pig. We are so... Other countries just laugh at that whole tit thing here in America.
We're babies.
We're such babies with the fucking tit. Right. Look at these two bruisers fighting. Who gives a shit?
Look how...
I don't want to see your tit.
I guess you're supposed to have a bigger lower half if you play water polo.
I guess
look at those
ballast.
legs.
You gotta be strong.
You gotta be strong to like. They're fighting and they can't even touch the ground.
Take them for the ballast, Chief.
I thought my dumb scuba diving fight was impressive. Look at what they're getting done. I didn't get that shit done.
That is a heifer. They all look like Rosie O'Donnell on the underwater cam. Yuck.
And then I watched the beach volleyball, and without the bikinis, it's not worth watching.
It really makes you see that's why you watch.
It should be part of the rules.
Yes.
The Olympics should make a rule. You got to wear bikinis on the beach volleyball court.
Yeah.
Why else would you watch?
Well, for 5 minutes, it's kind of like, oh, wow, she blocked that one. Ooh, spike. Ooh, that's good. Oh, look at that. And then you're just kind of like, meh.
A sport without a volley stinks.
Meh.
Volleyball has no real volleys. They really don't.
It's a setup, and then
point,
point or a block, and then the other
every
people
once in
can't
a while
get
you
to
get a very slight volley.
Yeah,
a tiny bit.
Yeah, if it goes back and forth like 3 times, you're amazed.
Oh, that's almost impossible in beach volleyball. Almost. Tennis.
Volleyball.
I mean, tennis. Sometimes you get into. I'm not a huge tennis fan, but when they get they get a really good volley going, you're like, holy fuck. Yeah. Who's going to win this point?
Yeah, look at the girl. Look at him. He's like a little baby, Jerry Seinfeld. Fucking hilarious. The one where he's playing tennis with Milos, and Milos sucked.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Fucking, that's one of my favorite episodes.
Really?
Hey, Jerry, what you doing? He's trying to impress his girlfriend, but he can't play tennis, so he was asking Jerry to let him win. So Jerry was letting him win, but every time Jerry would on purpose miss, Milos would be like, look at him, he's not even a real man. He's just bashing him. And of course, Jerry can't take it and starts really playing.
You've obviously seen every Seinfeld episode.
And multiple times. I will watch it whenever it's on. I just can't
on the average,
stop.
How many times have you seen individual episode of Seinfeld?
All right.
On the average.
Fair enough. Probably seen each episode an average of... wow, a lot. Probably fucking 25 times.
Average?
No. Yes, I swear.
No way.
I swear. Just over the years. You sure?
Wow, really?
You love Seinfeld, don't you?
It's just such a funny fucking show.
I gotta watch it.
There's certain parts that'll just make me laugh every goddamn time.
The ones I've seen, I'm always impressed structurally how brilliant they were at putting together it's just
Larry
fucking
David
amazing.
is fucking just great.
And it's like for years he did it, and he does it on Curb.
Yeah,
he's a fucking bona fide genius.
Yep,
Jesus, that guy's
and
smart.
a lunatic.
Yeah,
see, this is they're
they're
in full suits.
Yeah, they're all fucking.
This is very bothersome.
By the way, I just thought of how Colin Quinn would assassinate me for saying he's a bona fide genius talking about Larry.
Jesus, right. Yes, bona fide.
I would get murdered for that, justifiably.
You're a bona fide ass.
Yeah, I really am.
Is he bona fide? Yeah.
I'm a fool.
Oh, it's okay.
I told a guy with no feet yesterday that he was a legend. Oh, boy, he didn't like that.
What?
Why?
I'm working this one guy for a while, and I'll eventually get video. He will not let me film him. And I've been working him a little bit. I see him every once in a while.
What is he, homeless guy?
Yeah, he's begging for money for his diabetes medicine. And I
diabetes.
And he's got no feet, and they're literally open wounds. And people walk by this guy horrified.
Oh, Jesus.
Why don't you film him anyway?
Yeah, what's he going to do, chase you down?
Yeah. If there's anyone you can film at will, it's a guy with no feet.
I actually, instead of doing like a guerrilla filming, I want to actually do something with the guy.
Yeah?
But I called him a legend yesterday. Oh, boy, he didn't like that.
Why?
And then I told him he was funny.
Yeah.
I really said, you're funny. Have you ever tried like stand-up or something? Because
stand-up.
Oh, fuck
See,
it.
he probably
I
didn't
did
like
say
that
stand
part.
too. I did say stand
Did you tell him it would be an amazing feat?
And he goes, does this look funny to you? I'm like, I'm not saying it's funny that you don't have feet. Like, I have these open conversations with the guy. I'm not saying it's funny that you don't have feet, but you're a funny guy. You got a good personality. That's all I'm saying. Well, I don't find this funny. I'm like, I'm not saying this is funny. I'm saying you have a personality and you are funny how you say things.
Oh, but he's bullying you. This guy with no feet is bullying you. You're trying to be nice to him and he's bullying you.
The conversation had to end when, you guys will appreciate this. Then we were arguing over it. It cost me $20 yesterday just to hang out and talk to him a little bit. And I gave him 10. And he goes, you didn't give me 10. I'm like, now you're lying. He goes, I'm not lying. You didn't give me that 10. I'm like, holy shit, I gave you the fucking 10. Let's all relax here, right?
Fucking guy's insane.
So a black guy in a van, happened to be close. He was watching because the conversation was getting a little intense yesterday. I almost got to a point where I could have filmed him. And then the guy rolls down his window. He goes, hey, mister. I go, yeah. He goes, I got to tell you, not that it matters, but you didn't give him the 10. You put it back in your wallet. I'm like, what? And I swear I wasn't trying to fuck with this guy out of money. I opened up my wallet after insisting I gave him the 10, and there's the fucking 10. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Don't fuck the guy over.
So then we're talking more, and the conversation ended because then all of a sudden he goes, I got to tell you something, he says to me. He goes, you got to learn how to understand black people. I'm like, whoa. End of conversation. This has nothing to do with black and white. Sorry.
Oh, he's a black guy?
Yeah, but the black guy in the van goes, look, man, you weren't doing a black thing with this guy. You were just having a conversation with him.
He didn't like that you were trying to talk black, and you kept saying, what happened to your feet? And I thought it was racist of you to try to talk in a stereotypical black way.
But I go, man, you're a legend. He goes, a legend? How dare you say I'm a legend? Why am I a legend?
This guy just seems confrontational.
No matter what you say.
He's very confrontational. That's why I'm kind of digging this back and forth I'm having with the guy.
Dude, you got to film him anyway.
I will film
it
him.
up.
Yeah. Just start playing Footloose in front of him and film that.
He's got all his toes are completely gone, and he has and a lot of the foot after the toes is gone.
Was he got a heel?
And he picks the wound.
You think it smells?
Holy fuck, man!
Jesus Christ, that's disgusting.
And he takes his socks and shoes off because he really wants, some sympathy out there. I don't blame him, obviously.
Oh, God.
Do what you got to do.
Big fun.
But
wow,
why did I bring this up?
I don't know, but it's disgusting.
Why did I bring it up? There was a reason. Now I forgot. But whatever. I will get him on video.
Damn.
I don't want a confrontation where he's like, don't film me.
Yeah, tell him to go fuck himself.
Because then you can't do anything with that type of
money
video anyway. So,
well,
I think it'll cost me about $100 to film him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're negotiating.
Do it clandestinely.
Because he said $37 because that's what he needs for his copay. So I was willing to give the $37, but as soon as he knew I was willing to give the $37, he's a shyster, man.
Oh.
Now he goes, all right, I got you for the $37. And now he's trying to get $50.
$50.
And I go, no. And I go, no, I'm not giving you the $37. He goes, why? I go, because you said I could film you if I give you the $37. He goes, well, now it's $50. I go, well, that means now I'm not giving you the $37. It's a whole thing. I'm an idiot. I'm a nut job.
I'm sure you could just film him.
Yeah, the news doesn't ask. You should just film him.
You could just film him.
What's he going to do?
I'll go back. I don't want to say where he is because I don't want anyone else to get to him first.
The footless guy.
But he's always in the same spot. These guys always find the same spot, same place.
They got their territory, their turf.
But this guy's, wow, no toes on either foot. Wow, with just a wide open wound. I don't even know how you seal that shit. Because it's too big for, I guess, the skin to actually come back.
God, he's got to be dead soon. You can't live like that. Get some kind of fucking blood poisoning.
I guess
shit.
if you had health insurance and all that, I guess you could get some kind of skin graft to cover up the area, I would assume.
What happened? Where's Obama?
Yes, Chip.
You usually walk up and go to him, hey, I'm going to call you a tow truck.
Call him a tow truck.
Good.
Yeah, then kick his.
That is good.
Then kick where the wound is.
Evil fucking.
Just kick where the wound is real hard.
Ow. I think that would hurt him.
How much it would hurt to get a fucking missing toe wound kicked by a passerby?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It all started because I walked out of this place that he was in front of, and I gave him $5.
Yeah?
And I'm like, can I film you? He goes, for $5?
So
that's how it started.
Yeah, for $5.
You think this is a joke?
Freeloader.
It's not a joke. I just want to film you. I wasn't even going to make fun of him. I just wanted to get a story on camera. That's all.
Yeah.
Because it was fucked up.
Did he tell you his story?
He just has diabetes, and it's getting worse, and he needs to cover his copay. But everyone else was giving change and stuff, so I'm like, I go, since I've been here, you've made the $37.
His copay?
He goes,
has insurance?
I don't know. I think that's part of the scam too.
Yeah, for a copay,
the only thing that's not a scam is
you would have to pay premiums.
The only thing that's not a scam is the fact that he has no toes. I think everything else is a scam.
Everything else is a load of shit.
Yeah, and then I go, I've watched, you've covered the 37 since I've been here, because I talked to him for about 15 minutes. Because it's a slow day because of the rain.
They have slow days, yeah.
Dude, he entertained the hell out of me. This is the shit I like just fucking doing. I didn't get too close because I really saw in his eyes that he was seeing if I could get close enough so he could strangle the life out of me.
He can't really get around very well, I would assume.
He had a cane and some shoes he puts on. I go, how do you walk? He goes, on my heels. And that's how he told me, on my heels.
Because he's got heels, but no fucking foot.
No, the rest of his foot is pretty... I mean, there's not much
disgusting
sticking out from his ankles. Not much. Probably half of it, I would say, is still there.
This guy ain't going to be around for
So half
month.
the foot and all the toes. I know the toes are part of the foot, but you know what I'm saying. You take the toes off, and then whatever's left, you take half of that, is what I'm getting at.
It's crazy.
And then he's just sitting there as I'm talking to him, just picking it. And I go, don't pick it.
No.
No, I feel like I know the guy. I'm like, don't pick it.
Stop picking. That's fucking terrible.
The picking.
It's terrible.
I think out of everything, the picking was way worse than what it looked like.
Yeah.
For some reason, the picking was my line. Like, oh my God, don't pick it.
It's terrible.
Even though you're looking at this open wound, like if you cut like a tree in half and what you would see inside, that's what you're seeing with this foot.
It's going to get gangrene.
Oh. You think?
Yeah.
I asked him, I go, you keep that clean? He goes, I keep it clean. I go, then why are you laying out here on the street without anything on it? But I know the answer, but I wanted him to admit it. You know, obviously it brings in more funds. You can't just have it all like, you know, all wrapped up, right?
Yeah.
You have to show what's going on, and then the people will go, holy shit, and they break out their wallets. Because it's kind of in a touristy area. I mean, the tourists are suckers in New York for all this stuff. They just
bums.
panic and open up their wallets like, oh, my God, make it go away. And New Yorkers, they give the look of, ugh.
Yeah, nice
of
feet,
disgust. They really do. And they walk away or walk around. So
I was just watching some of this fencing.
Oh, the fencing
going on. The fencing.
Well, that's a weird sport, too.
Yeah, it is.
You should say to him when you see
that could be like a geeky sport, I would guess. Like LARPers go into fencing.
Yeah, the sword play is very geeky, but...
But someone would call up and go, how dare you? They're very athletic.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. I think you're always jabbing each other in the face, right?
I think it would be cool to do with your friends on a weekend, but to train for your whole life so you can maybe win a medal at it, I don't see that. But if they had, why don't they set up a fencing, like a bowling type of situation where you go there with your friends and instead of bowling, you fence each other?
Go fencing?
These guys would just be whipping each other with the fucking swords.
Yeah, but you're protected.
I know, it was just
playing
degenerate.
Smack ass with the swords.
You wouldn't try fencing?
Smack ass. I would try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks, okay. Yeah, they don't really last for very long sitting there doing like a sword fight thing. Sword fight. It's usually just a lunge and they hit him.
Yeah, I don't even know what makes you good at it.
Yeah, just jump in and smack the guy with it.
It seems like there's a lot of luck involved. Like, oh, fuck.
You just got to be the first one to fucking touch him with the foil.
Yeah. Yeah, and then his helmet lights up.
Yeah.
I just thought they were all getting headshots, but it turns out wherever you touch them on the body, then their helmet lights up.
Like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
I think it'd be cooler if like the part of the body lights up that you hit.
Yeah, let us know where you hit him.
Yeah, like ball shots and shit. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so that was my Olympic experience last night. The beach volleyball drove me nuts, no bikinis, and the synchronized diving was suspicious to me, is all I'm saying.
I'm already
You're already tapping out?
Nah, yeah, I was trying, but I'm kind of like, this is dull.
And in
Dullsville.
In a weird way, they've become so good at their sport. It's just, I don't know, it's just too almost robotic.
Yeah.
They sort of already know who's going to win every event. You know,
really?
It's down to a couple people. Yeah, it's down to a couple people every time. They know that going into it.
No, one of these underdogs coming up and doing well.
I felt like when we were growing up with the Olympics, you saw more underdogs. You're going to see a few, sure. But not like you used to, where, holy what? This guy came out of nowhere.
Yeah, the training is so advanced now.
That I don't think it leaves much room for a true underdog.
Yeah.
To step forward.
It's like everything else. You got enough money, you could be good at it.
I was explaining.
Whoa.
Is he dead?
Killed him. I don't know. Guy just fell down.
I was explaining to my wife when we were growing up, the Olympics were everything. Remember, you would like, even if you were at a beach, even people were just talking about it, and you know, we're talking 3 channels.
Yep.
The whole world was watching the Olympics at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
And you never got results. Remember, like when the Olympics were in, where were some of the places where we were growing up?
Lake Placid.
But they held back the information. Unless you made some kind of weird international phone call, you were not going to get the results. You know what I mean?
You couldn't until the evening
you
news.
had to wait, and you knew the event was over, and you're like, oh my God, did they do it? You know, I got to wait for tonight.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to think?
Yeah. Now information.
That they were absolutely able to still hold back information to other parts of the world.
You just get instant info now.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It really is impossible to hold it back. Oh, it goes back to your point with the NBC trying to, hold back the results.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it's
everyone tweets. Everyone tweets.
And is Bob Costas enraging? What is it about him?
I fucking turn him right off.
He's a smooth-ass broadcaster, but there is something about him I just don't like.
I just tune him right out.
You do?
Yeah. What am I going to... I'm trying to... I barely watch the athletes doing what they do, and that's what the Olympics is all about. Not his fucking... just ramblings.
Yeah, why are they showcasing him?
I don't know.
What does he have to do what does he have to do with the Olympics?
Yeah.
Can't they just have a guy like, all right, well, here's the fucking volleyball now?
I know. Yeah, they've always had.
They go back to
guy,
Bob Costas, and then he has to have those pre-produced packages for everything.
They got to have the guy that anchors the whole thing.
No, I get
explains it to us.
I get having the anchor. Let's go back to Jim McKay.
Jim McKay was the big one.
Jim McKay knew how to anchor. Hey man, I'm Jim McKay, and here we're going to go to water polo now. And he had some real emotions going on.
Yep.
And they didn't have those prepackaged pieces for everything.
You don't think those are moving?
Oh God! When they first
they moved me off the couch.
When they first hit
the pool, right?
When they first hit sports, if you want a real answer, they were kind of cool.
Yeah,
they were, because it was different. But now they have to do it with every single thing. It's overkill now.
Not everyone has this over-the-top dramatic story that needs to be told with powerful music and slow motion video.
Right.
Yeah, some people are just like, I'm here. Let me run really fast.
Jerry Sandusky's very upset over the NCAA sanctions on Penn State.
Oh, no.
They got his opinion on it. He's very upset.
How did we get his opinion?
I don't know. I guess someone asked him.
Jesus.
I don't know. But he's very upset.
I think he's got more to be upset about.
Nah, he don't give a fuck.
Destroying people's lives.
He don't give a fuck. I would assume he knows he got away with murder, and this is
for many years.
So to him, it's like, oh wow, I got another 10, 15 years in before they figured it all out.
Mrs. Sandusky should be fucking thrown away too for being a blind idiot.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key. Yes, lock her up and throw away the key.
Well, like that, but it's so stupid because what if you had to fucking get in there and get them something?
You threw the key away.
How do you get in?
I don't know.
What if you want to move them to a bad cell?
You got to call a locksmith.
Yeah. Hey, we threw away the key. That was irresponsible of us. We understood locking. And why not keep the key? It's not like they have it.
Right.
If you throw the key away, someone might get it to them.
Yeah.
Or you might have a change of mind yourself.
It's more dangerous to throw the key away than to hold on to it.
You don't like that
You're
expression?
Right. No, it's just, how about lock him up and hide the key? How about lock him up and give the key to the guards? Because they tend to be territorial about it.
How about lock him up and burn him alive?
Yeah, that sounds fair, like fucking caretaker.
Right.
That I
Like
could
gasoline in the light bulb.
I could wrap my mind around that, but just throwing away the key, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, because then you have to have a new one made after the guy dies. How are you going to get his body out?
Yeah.
You're just going to lay there and smell.
Yeah.
Damn, threw away the key. He's rotting.
Fuck. Now what?
Yeah, he's shat on the floor. We can't clean it up. The smell is all over the cell house. Where's the key? Well, you know what you told me to do with it. I've tossed it in the trash. It's in the waste paper basket.
I hate a lot of those sayings.
That's just awful. Throw away the key.
My probably number one is when people go, well, you got your Anthony Cumia's, your Jim Nortons, and your Sam Roberts, your Opies.
Yeah, yeah.
Pluralizing people's names.
When they
I
pluralize
fucking
that.
hate that. What does that mean?
Thank you, Kenny's.
Got your Club Soda Kenny's.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Putting you into a little category.
Yeah, it's just kind of making a subcategory.
Category of one.
Yeah, silly.
It's dumb. That's my number one, I think.
Yeah, that is a dumb one.
And it's overused, too.
It is.
Americans who win gold medals, what a lovely country we live in. I guess it's Americans and not other countries. I guess the other countries...
Depending on what their tax codes are.
Yeah, other countries have different tax codes, certainly. Americans, though, for every gold medal...
Yeah.
They owe the good old IRS $9,000 fucking dollars.
$9,000.
America and the IRS can't look the other way and go, you know what? This is just a nice thing for fucking
national pride.
National pride. Let's let this one slide.
Let them slide. Well, they give them 25 G's along with the gold medal. You get 25 grand,
and that's what they're
so
getting.
That's being taxed. It's ridiculous, though. It's like
fucking. What an embarrassing fucking country this is.
Yeah.
It really is an embarrassing fucking country.
And the sad part is, most of these Olympic athletes will never make money off their accomplishments.
It's very rare that they get endorsement deals. Like
you hear about guys all the time selling their gold medals for a quick few bucks. You know, $25,000 to win a gold medal, and if you don't get the endorsements, you spend that like that.
It's gone. Yeah,
it's nothing.
9,000
because they got to be amateurs to begin with, obviously. So they can't even really make money off their sport until they finally, say, okay, I'm done with the sport.
You're representing the country.
Well, they changed that a little bit, right? Some of these guys can make endorsements after the Olympics.
Yeah,
like Michael Phelps certainly made a shitload of money after the Olympics.
Bruce Jenner did.
Yeah. Bruce Jenner. So, but not everyone gets that opportunity.
Yeah,
and then to tax the guys $9,000 for fucking. Performing for your country.
It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing thing.
It's embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
The way they tax us is just, it's beyond me. We just agreed to it over the years.
Mm-hmm. And it affects everybody.
Boil.
It's easy to go after the rich people, but it affects everybody. The government's got to get their shit in order.
50% of people that don't pay anything.
If I felt like the government was, exactly. If I felt like the government was taking care of their own people and their own shit, then maybe I would understand. Maybe. No, you know what? I probably would understand, believe it or not.
You got to sit there and watch them spend irresponsibly, and then they just come crawling back and asking you for more. It's like your brother or something is a fucking drug addict, and they keep coming back to you to buy drugs, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why people, and I'm not talking about this Colorado shooter, but when people walk into government offices, now I'm not saying you should do that, but we've all had those frustrating feelings where it's such a bigger entity than you, and people are like, well, how could they just walk in and start shooting people? Because the way you're treated is like you're facing this faceless organization who has no caring about your situation. You can't make an impact on them. I can't help you, sir. That's the way we do it, sir. Sir, I'm sorry. We're sorry for your inconvenience, sir, while you're on the phone. There's not 1 ounce of humanity or connection from them.
And it's the power to destroy your life in the interim here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you're crazy, I can understand why you think. Again, I'm certainly not encouraging people to do that.
We don't want.
No. But I mean,
don't want anyone doing that.
People are like, well, how can they realize that they don't realize they're shooting people?
Right.
Because they're not treating you like people. They're not behaving like individuals or treating you like one.
Yeah.
It literally is like a fucking robot that is just plugged into human beings and spitting out information to you.
Yeah.
There's no way where you can go, no, but this is what happened, and they go, oh. You never hear that during a conversation. Oh.
Your whole thing on Twitter about United was infuriating me. It was infuriating to read.
Well, I finally did resolve that. I gave a brief synopsis of what my flight got canceled. and I'll be very brief with this. My flight got canceled because of weather, which is understandable. The lady behind the desk at United hands me a ticket for Air Canada, which is their Star Alliance partner. So I go there with a ticket in my hand. She tells me, you give this and you can board the plane. I get there. There's no flight for me. They say, we're not honoring this. So the United rep from LaGuardia, after I paid $130 for a cab, is now arguing with the Air Canada people, saying this has to happen. They're saying no. Their highest person there refuses it. Turns out the United lady from Newark should have called Air Canada, because within 24 hours, I think the airline has the right to refuse passengers. Okay, it was a miscommunication. I pay $1,500 for a ticket to go 8:30 that night. That's all that's available. So I want United to reimburse me, because I paid $440 for my original ticket, and I want a reimbursement. This is what it cost me to get the ticket. And then United is saying to me, this fucking guy in Hawaii, this motherfucker, this customer service rep in Hawaii is saying to me, well, sir, I mean, this cocksucker said monies. He said to me, we're not responsible for monies spent on other airlines. And I said, I understand that if your flight was canceled, and I voluntarily went to LaGuardia and couldn't get on. But your lady handed me a ticket and told me it was good.
Yeah.
So you put me in a position where that was the only flight available. I could have went to JFK and flown American. I could have flown Delta. I could have waited here for a later flight. You did put me in that position. He would not bend. So out of $1,500, he wanted to refund my ticket and give me a $300 travel voucher. I said, why do you want me, the customer, to eat hundreds of dollars when a direct mistake by your agent did this? Why would you want me to eat this money? Why would you? How can you, in good conscience, ask me to eat this? It's ridiculous. Wouldn't bend, and he eventually hung up on me. So I said, he goes, I'm going to have to terminate this call because I'm a platinum flyer, but I'm not a 1K flyer. And he kept reminding me, I only took this as a courtesy, sir. I only took this call as a courtesy, which was a way of saying, take what I give you.
Yeah, that's not courtesy. When you tell someone it's a courtesy call, it's not courtesy anymore.
This guy. I was so aggravated at this guy's smug, and he wasn't rude. Like, we didn't curse. And I said, so you're going to hang, he was on the phone with me for a while. But I said, so you're going to hang up on me? And he goes, yes, I'm going to. I have to terminate this call. I said, I'm not yelling, I'm not being rude. And then click, he hung up on me. And I had told him, you're going to lose me over $400 or $500, whatever it was. I said, you're willing to lose me as a customer. So I got on Twitter on a rant, and I was like, you know what? Okay, you want to fuck me for $1,500? Well, I will simply tell the truth about what happened. And enough people who have choices. I'm not going to bring down United Airlines, but there are people who go, who do we fly? Fuck them.
It's going to be more than the money they could have reimbursed.
A lot more than the money they cost me.
You're going to get your $1,500 back easily in another way.
Tenfold, because most people, when they're going somewhere for vacation, will look at airlines are comparable. Do you want to fly American? I don't give a shit. So that's how you eventually win.
And I'm sure a few people will do that for you.
But I did speak to another rep from, because I called some fan on Twitter, sent me contact information for the high-up. So I called the office, left a message. Woman called me the next day. And I explained my whole thing to her. And then she was saying to me, well, we didn't twist your arm, sir, and make you. And I said again, by putting me in that position under the guise of having an airline ticket, you absolutely did twist my arm. Of course you did. And she goes, well, United would have issued you a ticket the next day. And I'm like, but I miss why I had to be there.
Yes.
And I could have gone to another airline. I said, if it's just a flight cancellation, you're right. But you gave me, and she goes, well, it's not our responsibility. I said, you gave me a ticket without calling them like you were supposed to do to confirm that it was, in fact, a ticketed reservation.
An actual ticket that you could use.
An actual ticket.
Right.
And she said, well, it's not our responsibility to know the policies of our airline. I said, you're saying to me that as a member of the Star Alliance, you're in business with Air Canada, but it's not your responsibility to know their policy. It's mine, the consumer. I'm like, you would have me eat that money you, the air, like they were so intent on being right. And then something in our, and again, neither of them were rude to me. I can't say they were. She said to me, hold on a minute. Like, she looked at something and she goes, can I call you back? She called me back. 15 minutes later, sir, I went into the records and and I'm sorry. She said, I didn't realize this happened. I forget whatever it was, something with the date change. She goes, here's what I'm going to do. They refunded my ticket, blah, 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 and gave me a $900 travel voucher. So I think I was out like $100. So I was fine with that. She gave me pretty much what I had asked for, which was just to break even. Like, I didn't want anything. This was not a punitive damage.
You're not getting a settlement.
Yeah, I wasn't saying, because when the guy was saying to me the day before, sir, I'm like, you're not doing me a favor. I'm like, I'm not looking for, hey, you inconvenienced me, what can I get? I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. I just want what you cost me.
Hey, I just want what's mine.
Just want what's mine. But she actually did the right thing, and so I was fine with that. But when you're dealing with a company like that, like, when I told that guy, I'll go on the air with it, and I won't slander the company. I'll simply tell what happened. And I knew he wouldn't care. And that's why I said it, because I knew he wouldn't care. They don't give a shit.
No, I know.
Like, they don't care if they lose you. And this woman did, and she called me back. But when you're dealing with a company like that, now imagine dealing with the government, who's worse than the... Because the airlines can be bent if you call enough people, because they are more customer service oriented than the government is.
What I heard in there, unfortunately, is, I mean, good for you. You got a phone number that the average Joe doesn't get.
Right.
You got to a level where they will get things done.
Thanks to the fans,
if you could figure out what that phone number is. Or if you got the inside track like you did.
From a fan,
But the average people that this happens to, you know, the level of phone numbers that you have at your disposal isn't going to get much done. I always ask, as soon as I have an issue, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Who is the most powerful person there right now? I do it all the time. And they get really insulted, and they try to fight back a little. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. You're nobody.
You're nobody. Who is your superior? Who's your boss? I want to talk to that person immediately.
It's amazing how they protect the companies. It's almost like, I understand protecting the revenue of the company because it is your job, and the public are greedy pigs. Like, I do get that. But the guy the day before acknowledged to me that the agent was wrong not to call over. He goes, but I can't give you the full ticket. I said, by refunding my $400, you're acknowledging that her mistake makes me entitled to that $400. Why won't you acknowledge that you owe me the money I spent on another ticket to make up for that mistake? It was my only up.
Why is it when it's their mistake, they can only give you some of it back? That's amazing.
Why do we split the difference?
It's
when
amazing.
It's your mistake. I said to him, would you take less on your check, dude? I wasn't even yelling at him. He's like, I can't get into hypothetical. He was a condescending, smug dude. And the woman the next day was much more helpful.
And the sad part is these people have the same shit happen in their regular lives.
As consumers.
So they almost should understand. But I think they get off on
you get shit on, you want to shit on somebody else.
I think they get off on the fact that it's sort of a power trip.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But the government's even worse, because the government is unbendable when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like, at least this way, they are a customer-based operation.
Yeah.
So you'll find somebody, if you go a little bit higher, that does care about your satisfaction. I mean, I was going to go all the way up to I think his name is Jeff Smisek, the president, or the vice president, as much as I could have. I would have gotten through to one of them with a letter or an email.
Right.
Eventually, they'll hear you. Government doesn't give a fuck.
Care, yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Plus the fact most people wouldn't continue like you did.
Right.
You give up along the way because it's just so infuriating.
Right.
You're like, you know what? It's not worth me getting sick over. So you fucking go, oh, well, you know, and you drop it.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel bad, like you said, because I'm lucky I have a fan base. I can go on Twitter. And people really do help you, because people understand the frustration, and they understand that just because I do radio or I'm a comic doesn't mean I don't deal with the same bullshit. So they want to help. And it's almost like they want to help because they know when they deal with it, nobody helps them.
Yeah.
And the fans were great, man. They really did help me a lot. And I know United read those tweets.
And I hope if we discuss it on the show, maybe there's a little change. Maybe it helps someone else down the road. Who knows? Who knows? All right, we should break.
Rub.
Zip lines in New York? Nice. Yeah. I told you this would happen, Ant.
Zip lines.
I said this years ago that they should put zip lines in New York City. It would be a huge success.
Well, the guy from England looked very silly.
Oh, that was the English man.
Yeah.
But they shut down major streets in New York City in the summer. And I think it's starting this weekend. I think they do it for the next couple weekends at the very least.
That's wild.
And I hear they're adding zip lines this year.
Pretty cool.
I think it's very cool. I guess we don't have to discuss that anymore, because that's all I have.
I'm going to eat.
All right, let's eat then.
I'm hungry.
Sirius XM, the Opie and Anthony Show.